Good morning and welcome to another Saturday Sadhana. Last week,
Welcome.
you guys helped us out quite a bit in the comments. Johnny and I were just discussing all of the assistants and explaining
hmm
the Lydian mode a little bit and how they were rotating the raga. I still don't fully understand it. Johnny's definitely more well versed in that area than I am. But I did want to acknowledge you guys are amazing for filling that in because
Yes.
with our full-time day jobs and fitting in YouTube when and where we can, we don't get to really absorb a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
it's a very slow crawl in learning the Indian
hmm
classical music. But
And I
we,
always compare it to what I know, just because I know it. So
of
it's an
course,
interesting. Oh, that's it's a sense of relativity that I can, um,
yes,
use to just see the differences, which are I love the differences. I think it's
absolutely.
really neat.
So we appreciate your patience to those of you who are much more knowledgeable than we are in this particular field, and hopefully everyone else who knows less than us is learning along with us. There's some sort of balance taking place. But we
Yeah.
thought today would be a good opportunity to go back and learn from Anuja. It has been too
Yes.
long. This is Techniques of Elaborating a Rag, Part 1, with the Aalap and Bandish, which is great because I need to keep hearing just even the names of things over and over again for it to kind of stick a little bit.
Right.
So that
Yes.
is what we're doing today.
Yeah. Before we get started, if you like what you see, and here, please hit the like and subscribe button. Ring that bell so you can always be notified what is happening with our channel.
Let the learning begin.
Our teacher always told us, look, at the end of your performance, the audience will definitely clap. Why? Maybe you've sung so well they really appreciate it. Or maybe they're so thankful about the fact that you finally ended your performance.
Good
I
point.
believe that many performers will agree with me when I say that it's a big task to keep
It's
the audience
done.
engaged, even if it's for 2 or 3 minutes of your performance. Can you imagine the kind of challenge that a classical musician faces because he has to perform on a stretch for around about 1 to 2 hours singing one rag,
Yeah.
and he has to see to it that the audience does not get distracted. How does a classical performer perform one rag for up to 1 hour? What are the techniques and the tools that he or she uses to elaborate on the rag, to bring in variety? Let's look at these tools and techniques in today's episode of the Basic Theory of Indian Music with me, Anuja Kamat.
Love it. Love it.
Before I start giving you a lecture on this topic, let me quickly put in a disclaimer. I, being a student of Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet, this episode is from the point of view of a Hindustani performer, rather a Hindustani vocalist,
Okay.
because the techniques used by a Carnatic musician are quite different from the
We've
techniques
learned that, yeah.
used by a
hmm
Hindustani
hmm
performer to elaborate a rag. Whenever you listen to a Hindustani performance, you will realize that the performance is based on four main pillars, which are elaboration of the rag through alap, bandish, laikari, and tan. So these four are the most important
Lakari,
aspects
Bandish,
of
Tan.
elaboration of a rag. Okay, so let's talk about these
hmm
elements in detail. Number one, alap or alapi.
Ragyaman, which we've heard a few times.
Got a great voice. There's that Lydian or regular scale.
Right.
This was an alap in Rag Yaman.
Pause real quick, just on that point. So, again, please correct me in the comments, or Johnny, if you know. So, Lydian is, are we basically, if the shruti, is it the third shruti would be a minor based on our major scale? So it's like a,
No, so it's
no.
so based on our major scale, which is So the fourth tone of the major scale.
The
and I
fourth
can point it
tone.
out right here. Let's do this real quick.
Does it go sharp?
So it's normally that. So basically, Lydian for us is raising that a half step.
Okay. Thank you for that. I knew it was in that
what we've
space.
been told is that's sort of the standard.
That would be the
scale.
shruti. Okay. So yeah, if you guys can just verify if that's true or not, if we have an understanding of that. Thank you.
And as you observed, it is a slow elaboration of rag. So alap is nothing but slowly elaborating the rag. Alapi is done in the beginning part of the presentation of the rag, and it takes the maximum time of presentation. The most popular way of presenting an alap is by singing it in the vowel sound A, just like I did previously. But imagine how boring it would be if the whole presentation of the alapi is done in akar. So there are other tools also which are used to present an alap, which are the use of nom tom syllables. Nom tom is a set of nonsense syllables. These syllables don't form a word or don't really have a meaning, but they are used because they give a variety in case of the syllable pattern. So it's not only akar, but you have also ikar and ukar and okar when it comes in. You will
I imagine similar to like scat. If you're doing like in jazz, if you do the same syllable, same formant for 5 minutes, you just kind of check out as a listener to be kind of lose that. As opposed to doobie 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 doo, it's like just change it, mix it up.
But you have also ikar and ukar and okar when it comes in. You will find this kind of alap is very famous in the Dhrupad form of Hindustani performance, wherein the singer begins his gaiki with what is called as the nom tom alap. It sounds something like this.
She's so good.
Yeah, she locks in too.
Yeah, it's like she almost comes into trance. Yeah, her whole body.
Next is the use of meaningful words. Now, alap is not just sung in the beginning portion of the rag, but it is also sung after the presentation of the bandish. So, bandish goes hand in hand with the alapi. In this portion, what happens is the words of the bandish itself are used to sing the alap or present the alap, and it sounds something like this.
Threads the needle too.
I know.
The last way of presenting an alap is by using...
I know this isn't the point of the video, but I love her. She's so good. And just like her personality anyway. But
yeah, there's a brightness.
The contrast between the bubbliness and the brightness, and obviously she's written very knowledgeable. But man, when she gets into performance mode, it's like I said, she locks right in.
I love how
transforms.
Her eyes even just kind of like almost half closed. It's like that part of the brain, the visual cortex, just kind of the lights kind of dim, and you can hear her just
gets in the zone.
Yes, just feeling the vibration as she executes the rag.
The last way of presenting an alap is by using sargam, or what is called as solfege. Not many singers use sargam as a tool to present the alap.
This is like do re mi.
They avoid it, and the ones who use it only as a variety to present the alap. This is how a sargam alap actually sounds like. Sani re ga re ga ma re ma ga re ga pa re ga re.
Oh my goodness.
Ga ni re da sa.
Never in my life have I heard anyone sing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do as good as that as their solfege.
Well, maybe Julie Andrews, but that's about it.
I mean, look, she's fantastic. Yes. That was like 1,000 times more interesting.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Amazing.
Man.
Whoops.
Now that you have understood the concept of Aalap or Alapi, let's move on to the second pillar of presentation, that is the singing of the Bandish. Bandish is nothing but a composition set in a specific rag and in a specific tal. It sounds something like this. If you notice, the Bandish does not have just a specific rag or a specific tal attached to it, but it also has a certain kind of lyrical content, a certain kind of poetry.
It flowed different, for sure.
Goes along with it. The role of the words used in Bandish is not really to give a meaning to the composition as much as it is to give a variety of syllables for the singer to perform the alap. Many a time this happens that you are not able to understand what the singer is singing because the words he's singing are really blurry, or you'll notice that he's cutting the words in between. He's breaking the words. But it doesn't really matter for many because it's just about expressing the rag more than focusing on the words.
Interesting.
What I relate that to, a lot of the music in the 90s in the West, a lot of the alternative sort of rock music that would come out, that was the time period where it really wasn't about what they were saying. Some of the lyrics were
just gibberish.
They were very gibberish or impressionistic, and they didn't make much sense, but it didn't matter because they sounded cool. They just had a good sound.
Well, you write that way.
The consonants would hit.
When you're in songwriting mode, you definitely use that approach to kind of map out, here's the feeling of the song, before the lyrics are even finalized.
Yeah, because there's certain consonants that just hit in a certain way, certain vowels that have a feeling. So I can certainly relate to that.
Yeah.
Typical Hindustani concert which is dedicated to Khyal form of Hindustani Gaiki, you will realize that the beginning is done with a slow tempo bandish which is called as Bada Khyal Bandish, and after performing the Bada Khyal, the singer moves on to perform a faster tempo bandish which is called a Chota Khyal. So if words are not really important in a bandish, could we use nonsense syllables or sargam in their place? Yes, you can. The bandishes which have the nonsense syllables, these bandishes are called as taranas, and you will see the performers performing the tarana in the end as they conclude the rag. It sounds something like this.
The bounce to this one.
Yeah.
sargam is also used as a tool to compose bandish, but you won't find this sargam geet. We call the composition of sargam, the bandish of sargam, as sargam geet. You won't find it performed in concerts. A sargam geet is mostly taught to the beginner vocal students so that they understand the structure of the rag. An example of sargam
they know the
geet
intervals
will be
as
this.
they go. That's what we saw, I believe, when we watched the video of young Kaushiki, which she was learning from her father. They were using that, I think, to kind of map out the intervals within that rag, and then she would loop that before improvising from it.
Yeah, I loved that video. That was
fades too. Nice.
The way she's manipulated her tone through this video is pretty impressive.
I think this much information was enough for this episode. I will make a second episode to describe the remaining 2 pillars. So yeah, I think we are done. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe to my channel. Go through the other videos and share it with other music lovers. Like my videos and also comment under my videos. I hope to see you in my next episode. Till then, take care and peace.
You will. We're going to be back next week to continue to part 2. We will have a link in the description below for you to go support her as well if you're not already subscribed to her channel, which we are. We love her videos. That was great. I need to hear these terms 1,000 times because
I know.
We hear it once or a few times, obviously, and we read it in the comments here and there. And just amidst our everyday life, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's tough to that repetition is needed, but the curiosity is alive and well, and we appreciate you guys being here on the journey with us. This is great.
And I'm just really enjoying it. I just enjoy listening to these artists and learning along the way. But until next time, everybody, check out our Indian music playlist, and
we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe.
Can't wait.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.